Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ottavia and today is the 30th of December when also you're gonna see this video tonight, which instead now that I'm recording it is actually 12:30 p.m. But I am so happy to conclude this year of 2025. So bye 2025 and welcome 2026. As you can see, I am really festive because I literally can't wait to finish this year, because this year has been really challenging for me mentally and physically. But also at the same time, 2025 was a great year for me because I started this YouTube channel. I started mid-February and I'm so happy I did it. I was so afraid of starting it, but I did it and I'm really proud of myself. And thank you so much for whoever has been following me since February or just discovered me just a couple of weeks ago. And thank you so much. You have no idea. It's like a dream that came true that I can do these videos and I'm just basically talking about books and things that I love, and I'm really happy. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about how my reading journey was in 2025. So we're just gonna dive in a little bit and see what happened. Because anyway, I found some 5-star books, which is great, but also I found not really so great ones as well. Oh boy, like Sabrina Carpenter would say. But overall, I managed to achieve some of the goals that I kind of put for me to achieve. So that's great as well. So without further ado, let's start. But before, please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And off we go. Oh God. I will continue doing this every single time in this video. Okay, so let's start with the reading goals of Goodreads and Storygraph. I do have Storygraph. I started it this year, so I'm just gonna link it down below if you wanna follow me there as well. And I decided to read 50 books, which is 50 books is quite a lot, and I think is a good goal that I can achieve, which I did. I read 73 books in 2025, which is actually similar to my 2024 reading achievement that I did. So I am super happy and proud of it. Like, you have no idea how much happy I am. And also I checked a little bit what I read in terms of like copies or not. So predominantly I read physical books, which was 67%. Ebooks I read 30% and audiobooks 3%, which is kind of weird because I've never read an audiobook before until this year, and I don't think I am that kind of person that can read audiobooks, but I read 3 of them, which one was an Agatha Christie one, and then Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and a memoir by Kelly Bishop, The Third Gilmore Girl, and I enjoyed those ones, so I'm really happy that I kind of did. If you see that I look down there, it's just because I wrote down all of this little, achievement on my laptop. The laptop is just right there, that's why. Also, I had another goal, which is to read 25 books to read in 2025. I actually have a video that I posted a couple of weeks ago, so I'm just gonna leave it down below. And I haven't read 25 books, but I read 19 of those. 1 I DNF'd and 5 I just didn't read it, and it's fine. It's completely fine. To be honest, I read so many other books and there's so many other priorities and things like that, which is completely normal to not actually read those ones, even though those were priorities. But you know how it is. There's so many more priorities around in terms of books. I also managed to hit my goals of series to finish in the year, and I wanted to read 10, and I did 10. I read 10 series in 2025 and I actually completed them. So that's completely amazing. However, I actually started 16, so I have 16 series that I need to continue or finish. But we're gonna talk about those later on, because I'm planning another video when I'm gonna show you the series that I started that I need to continue or finish, so stay tuned. Since we talked about series that we finished and started, there's also series that I decided to DNF, to basically not continue, and there are 17. And I am actually happy that there's lots of them that I decided to basically stop reading, because there's so many books that are coming up every single time, so many more priorities, and why reading a series when I am not enjoying the first book or the second book? I just can't. The life is too short, there's too many books, there's not many hours in the day, and if this book or this series don't bring me joy, why do I need to continue? So I'm happy that I decided 17 series to just scrap. Also, I decided to kind of track how many pages I read in the year. I'm not sure if it's correct because I'm going through Storygraphs, what it says, but of course there are some pages that I have, but technically they're not kind of the same. But around 32,714 pages, which I think is quite a lot. I mean, not as much, but considering also I had 2 reading slumps, and also this month in December I didn't read as many books, which you're gonna see it in my wrap up soon. Actually, I'm quite proud of myself because yeah, 32,714 pages. It's a lot for me in general. Then I actually wanted to double check a little bit the authors that I read the most. And I have top 3. So top 1, we have Mary Pearson and Sarah J Maas, because with Mary Pearson I did a video where I was reading the Rembrandt Chronicles and the Dance of Thieves duology. I've never completed Dance of Thieves duology because I didn't like them much, but I read 4 books for her. And the same theme for Sarah J Maas, because I read 4 books from her. I wanted to reread the Akata series, and hence why those 2 are the top. The second one, we have Rosalind Miles and May Corland. I read Tristan and Isolde trilogy for Rosalind Miles, and May Corland, the Broken Blades trilogy, which I really enjoyed. And the top 3, I have quite a couple of authors. So we have Kristen Ciccarelli with the Crimson Moths duology, the sisters Elizabeth and Helen for the first 2 books in the Beast of the Briar series. We have Rebecca Ross with the Letter of Enchantment duology, and Danielle Jensen with the duology The Saga of the Unfated, and also Sabaa Tahir, where I read the first 2 books in the Ember on the Ashes series. As you can see, like I tried to read a couple and finish some series, so that's great. And let's see next year which ones are going to be my top 1, which who knows going to bring 2026. I'm going to talk about it in another video anyway. Main genre is of course fantasy, and predominantly I read fantasy, romantasy now, and from Storygraph I can see also that romance is actually the second genre that I read, but I think romance can be kind of connected with the romantasy, so technically genre is fantasy, and I'll put it there, romantasy as well, because of course, why not, right? In terms of ratings, because I had quite a lot of 3 stars or sometimes 2, not as many 5 or 4s, so my rating is 3.79 stars. So still kind of above the average, because I think maybe average is 3.5 or like 3, so it's not bad, but it's fine. I had, especially the last 2 months, I haven't read the most amazing books, if you have checked my wrap-ups, so I think kind of like brought it down a little bit more. And I think that's it. I think that's what I wanted to tell you, because I don't want to like go too much into details about everything, because hey, another video talking about my reading plans and my reading goals for 2026 is gonna come out soon, so stay tuned to that. But let me know in the comment below, how was your reading in 2025? Let me know like what you achieved, what you didn't, what you want to do in 2026. Write it down or down in the comment below, because I'm super curious. But I really enjoyed my reading in 2025, and I can't wait to see what 2026 will bring. Happy New Year to everyone anyway, and I hope you will have an amazing conclusion of 2025 and a banging start of 2026. And thank you so much for watching again. I really appreciate it, and see you next year. Bye, ciao.